G'day! Today in episode 519 of Trent365, Uncertainty and Relative Performance. G'day. Okay, so check out this concept. In an uncertain world, relative performance is the only benchmark. That's a quote from this book that I'm reading at the moment. I've mentioned it before, Brave New Work by Aaron Dignan. And it's part of these ideas of, or the principles of beyond budgeting, which essentially tries to redefine the way we do the budgeting process traditionally. And one of the examples he gives is this idea that if you set a target, for example, to say increase your revenues by 10% this year, and at the end of the year you haven't got there, you've only increased your revenues by 5%, you don't get your budget, therefore you don't get your bonuses and incentives. But what if the market in general was down 20%? So the market in general is down 20%, you've actually gone above the trend by 5%, so you're 25% better off than the market, but you still don't get a bonus because your target was actually 10%. And so this idea that relative performance is the real benchmark that you should be thinking about, I think actually makes perfect sense. Now, it's a whole different world once you start talking about public companies and quarterly results and actually getting everybody else to buy off on it. But in terms of building long-term value in an organization, I think this idea of relative performance in an uncertain world, because that's what we live in. We live in an uncertain and dynamic and fast-changing world. So relative performance really is probably the best and truest benchmark to use. Alrighty, that's it for today. Thanks for tuning in. I will be back again tomorrow. See ya.